Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today's video, as you know by the title, is going to be 10 cheap car mods or 10 cheap mods for beginners kind of thing. So if you're just starting out driving, you want some cheap little mods to do, this is the video for you. So I've got a trusty list again on my phone if you watched the last video. So I'll just go over it and I'll just go through all the different things you can do. And I'll kind of show you around the car on the bits as well that I mean. So, starting off, number one is the Sunstrip. So the Sunstrip is something you can buy or have made for your car, and so you can pick these up from around £7-8 quid usually, or with text about £12-14. So you can pick them up pretty cheap, and they do add to the look of the car quite a bit, and they just look a lot nicer, I think, having a Sunstrip on there. Just kind of adds to the car, and it also makes it look much nicer from inside, a little bit more enclosed, and you can kind of put stuff on it like I've done if you really want to do that sort of thing, put stickers underneath it, whatever you want. So and you can have stuff on the front obviously like I've just said, so there's quite a bit you can do with that, and it's quite a cheap mod. So yeah, a Sunstrip is one thing. Okay, so the next thing is a gear knob and gaiter, or just one or the other. So you can do something like that. Mine cost about £20 for both of them. So the gear knob was 10 and the gaiter was 10, and I really do like having that changed, because it's just it just feels a lot different just driving about and using that gear stick, and it just looks a lot nicer. So it's really good just to have that that little change, and there's a variety of stuff you can have for them. So yeah, it's kind of just a bit of a combination thing, and just whatever your taste is, and just whatever you want really for that. So yeah, a gaiter and a gear knob. So the next thing is floor mats. I guess you could call this modification. It is a modification. So you can get new floor mats, say they're looking a bit worn down, or they've got marks in them, or holes in them, or something like that. You can buy a new set or buy a different set. So I've gone with the black ones with the red outline, but you can also get like red ones, or white ones, or just black with text on and different bits. So there's kind of some nice floor mats you can get that just add to the look of the car again, for when you get in, and it just might look a lot cleaner if they're a bit old and getting worn out. So you can pick them up for I don't know, really, 15-20 quid maybe, for like a set of 4. So yeah, floor mats you can get that are pretty cheap as well. So the next thing is vinyl wrapping bits in your car. So like carbon fibre or black, or all these different kind of wraps you can get for like door handles, around the door handles, bits on there, the dash, around the dash, and around your stereo and whatnot. So there's quite a bit that can be done with that, and that just adds to the look again. It's my favourite pair of words in this video. So yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff with that around your car, and it just personalises it a little bit more, and you can get them fairly cheap. I'm guessing they're going to be around £10-20 for like a little roll of something like that, and you just get a hairdryer or something, and you just pull it over and just tie it, and then cut around it, and then you've got a wrap. So yeah, that's pretty simple, easy thing to do. The next thing is wheel trims. So this might be a little bit of a more expensive thing, so maybe like 30, 40, 50 quid to do, but you can get if you've not got alloys, you can get wheel trims, like the plastic wheel trims, if you know what I mean, that clip on. You can buy different variants of them. So that also, if you're going from like just a like silvery colour, like how they are standard usually on most cars, you can get like a black set, or really whatever you want really, off like eBay or Amazon or website. So yeah, they're just like a nice little aesthetic mod to the car that you can get and buy, and they're pretty cheap as well, and they're easy to do. So that's another thing that you can do. Another thing is to debadge your car. Now most people do this when they get a car, but you can actually debadge the front or the back, or like I did with the sides with the sport stickers that are on there. So I got rid of all of them, except the front badge obviously, and so you can debadge, you know, any kind of badges on there, and that's just really easy to do, like a hairdryer and some floss or a credit card or sticky stuff remover, you know, that sort of stuff you can get from Halfords and whatnot. So there's quite a few places to buy different things, and that is dead easy to do. It takes you maybe like 10-15 minutes if they're, you know, fairly easy to get off. So yeah, and then you just kind of get all the crap off the sticky stuff after. So yeah, there's a lot to do there on that, and that just adds to the look of the car again. It just makes it look a little bit cleaner, and yeah, looks a little bit cleaner. So the next thing is the tinting lights or windows. So this might be a little bit more for the windows especially, obviously. So if you are going to do it yourself, it can be quite hard to do, and you might need two people to do it. So you can wrap your own windows. You can get like kits off websites, and you know, you can buy them for your car and then select the tint level that they're at. So you can buy stuff like that. I've seen some for Fiestas. I think they were 40 quid when I was looking ages ago. So they're like 40 quid, 50 quid for a set, but they are quite hard to put on. Companies usually do them as well. At places, tinting companies, they do them like, I've seen 50, 70, 90 quid before. So it's a little bit more expensive, but then as well you can tint your brake lights or your front lights if you wanted to. So you can do all stuff like that and pick what tint level you want them to be at, but that is a little bit more of a expensive mod, I would say, and it does take a bit of skill to do it yourself if you are wanting to do that. So another thing is an air intake. So it's a little cheap mod. You don't have to buy a K&N. You might not need a K&N. I probably won't need a K&N at all for a Civic, but you can buy them for around 50-60 quid, so it's a little bit expensive again, but it does add to the sound of the car and the look of the engine bay, and you know, whatever colour you get, so like red or blue or you know, whatever. So it just adds as well, and especially if even in like cars like 1.2, 1.4, stuff like that, it does still sound quite nice. Just a bit of a raspy sound from the engine with an aftermarket air intake. So yeah, you can buy one of them, and they're pretty easy to fit. There'll be videos online how to remove your standard OEM air boxes out of your cars. So yeah, that's another quick, easy thing to do. So the next thing is painting the brake calipers. So that's what I've had done on mine. It took a while. Most of it was getting the wheels off. So you just take the wheels off, clean it down, you just paint them whatever colour you want. So I've chosen red because I just think it's the most common colour, and it just looks good with the silver. It just adds to the look of it again. So yeah, it does look really nice. I really like it, but it's just personal preference. If you want to paint your brake calipers, and it's just a quick, easy thing to do, you can buy a little painting. It will be caliper paint, so make sure you do buy like brake caliper paint, just so it can stand up to the weather and grit and salt and heat and all that sort of stuff. So you can buy that and then paint them. That's a little easy thing to do, makes them look a little bit nicer behind your wheels. So the next thing, the last thing, is wind deflectors. So wind deflectors up here that I've got on, they were about £25. Were they for two or for, can't think how much they were, I'll put it on the screen. Yes, they were £25 each or both, I can't remember what it was. So yeah, they're pretty nice addition to a car, and obviously if you have your windows nearly up, all the way up, you can pretty much be doing 60 and have your window slightly down. So it's a lot nicer just to have that, and obviously, as the name suggests, wind deflector, you know. So it's just a nice little thing to have on, and it does add to the look of the car again. And I'm saying it again. So yeah, it's a really nice modification to do, and it adds to the look of the car. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I did miss a few things, and yeah, please do comment below if you have got any ideas as well to share with other people watching this video. Sure, they would much appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and share this video if you know anybody that wants any cheap mods or any ideas for cheap mods for the car. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.